When we talk about players who have been completely transformed under Arne Slot, we can talk about Luis Diaz, we can talk about Gravenberch, we can talk about many other players. But I feel like a player that comes to mind instantly for me is Szoboszlai. And I'm not just only talking his individual quality, but I'm also talking about his collective quality when we're talking about Arne Slot's system, in terms of the structure, in terms of where he picks his moments to press, to settle in the shape, to create, to pick up pockets of space. His understanding of the game now in this system is much better, and I feel like pressing from the front has really elevated his game, because Szoboszlai has a fantastic engine. We've known this from his days at Leipzig, we've known it wherever he has been. He has a fantastic engine, and I feel like Arne Slot has now complemented his engine with Gravenberch and McAllister, and we're seeing the best of him. Because I feel like when I watch Szoboszlai, you know, Arsenal were linked with him in the past, and you guys know I'm an Arsenal fan. I used to think, okay, he's a great player, he's got really good ball striking, he can pick up pockets at times, but off the ball, he's pretty good too. But now under Arne Slot, which is different to Klopp, is he's picking his moments. It feels like he has this understanding of when he needs to, you know, rotate. There isn't this sort of, you know, bias and kind of system that's forcing him to stay on the right number 8 role or the left number 8 role. He is quite literally a roaming number 10. And this is really good for him, because on the transition, Szoboszlai is deadly. He kind of reminds me as a player who can be Bruno Fernandes 2.0. And I know a lot of Liverpool fans will hate that comparison, but Bruno is a top player. He has a top final ball, and when Bruno is in form, he can be really devastating. And I feel like Szoboszlai can be double that player in this Arne Slot system, because he has the complete freedom to go where he thinks is necessary when Liverpool are needing to create. And his range of passing is really good. He strikes the ball so good. I've talked about him being one of the best strikers of the ball, and I absolutely do mean that. I feel like he's so crisp on the ball, but it's also his movement as well. Like I mentioned, in and around the pockets, he can be really devastating. He can cause major problems to the opposition. Against Ipswich in particular, the areas he was picking up were just so devastating. He finds himself so much space, you know. I talk about Ødegaard at Arsenal, a player who used to find himself in acres of space. Szoboszlai is like that. He can find space in a really congested area, and when you have a player like that in the number 8 role, you can be really good. And we look at this season, you know, Liverpool have played 3 games. The first game against Ipswich, he got a 7.8 rating. Second game, 7.3 against Brentford, and a 7.5 against Manchester United, and an assist. So good, and I absolutely love to see that sort of thing from a player like Szoboszlai. He's just quite literally bursting now. Can he get that output consistently? That's the biggest question, because as the primary creator, his whole responsibility is going to be to create with McAllister from those deeper areas, from those attacking midfield areas. Can he now elevate his game, create goals and score goals, and take Liverpool to the next level? Because Liverpool could really do with a couple of extra goals from midfield, and I feel like Szoboszlai can certainly sort of provide that, and Arne Slot has platformed him in a sort of way to be able to perform at the highest level. And I feel like he's going to be even more devastating the more he gets used to the role on the ball, but especially off the ball as well. His pressing is just out of this world, to be honest. An Arsenal fan, I'm used to seeing Martin Ødegaard doing the pressing. Szoboszlai is no different. He just absolutely keeps on going no matter what. And as long as he has that motivation to keep on pressing, Liverpool have a top player who's not only quality on the ball, but quality off the ball. And I just really hope he keeps consistency, because even against Germany in the game for Hungary, we want him to step up. He's the best player on the pitch for Hungary. And although they lost 5-0, he was the best player on the pitch, 7.8 rating. I know ratings don't tell the full story, but they give you enough of a base to how a player performed. And Szoboszlai's ratings across the games have been really top. And mind you, most of these games, except the Manchester United game, didn't involve goals and assists. So if you're performing to that high of a level, just shows how good of a player you are. But anyway, I hope you have enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. It will be much appreciated. And until next time, peace.